Hey, your boys is back. We in the building. I gotta change my background, y'all. Tripping. Man, let me get people on my background right, man. Y'all supposed to be my people. No, I'm just playing, y'all. I feel like a little um, NXT North American Women's Championship background night. Feels good. Let's go with it. It's your boy Cool McCain in the building. Half of your monopoly. As joined as always by the other half. I got a playmaker. What up, playmaker?
What's up? Hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. Heard AEW had a good weekend showcase this past weekend.
Long as usual, but it was good.
The road to WrestleMania has a roadblock coming up at Elimination Chamber in Chicago that's starting to pick up some steam.
Very true. And of course, NXT doing this fizzle, and TNA got a few things happening, so nothing left to do but get into it. Playmaker, NXT time, what you got for us, bro?
Well, so NXT wanted to kick things off right by giving us some beautiful cakeage.
We will never not appreciate that.
We're finally finna see this matchup get. We finna finally see this fight. Blake Monroe, Jada Parker. All right, this time is up. It's time for the fisticuffs to fly. And you know what they decided to do, Mr. McCain?
Oh, I know what they decided to do.
They say, you know what? We don't think this feud should end on a regular TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get a double count out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see more of this feud continue on. Which, if I know my code like I do, he is not mad one bit.
You giving me cakes by the bundle, and you think I'm mad? I'm up here singing Future and Kelly Rowland. We don't want to never end. Yeah, that's how we getting down over here today.
So we definitely getting more from Blake Monroe and Jada Parker. Which means I still have to sit in the middle until this is over.
I admire your sticking up for your beliefs. Miss Parker though. Miss Parker. I like Blake Monroe now, don't get me wrong. But Miss Parker. Miss Parker. That's all I'm gonna say. Smart move though. You gotta have that last another couple of months. Because you ain't got nothing else for either one to do, so you might as well keep it going.
Now I'm gonna ask you this question because I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of that video package by Tatum Batchley?
Not bad, but really not necessary either. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, elaborate.
We know what's up with Tatum Paxton. We know what she's been doing, right? We know who she's been aligned with in the past. We know all these things. There's not this new group of people that are watching NXT that haven't been watching. So you don't really need to find a way to try to give us things that we already know about people again. You feel me? You do that like if she was going to Raw or SmackDown, it makes sense. But staying on NXT and doing that, I didn't really feel like it was necessary. Just my thoughts. You know, I'm sometimes I'll be all over here on my own planet. Don't be nobody else over there.
Yeah, I get you.
What did you think?
Strange.
She's a strange woman though, so
it fits.
Yeah.
And apparently she's not done with Easy Dane, so this should get
what a shock.
even more strange.
She's not done with her. What a shot, boy. Man, that's wild. Revolutionary playmaker. I mean, wow.
Which kind of actually helped me segue to the Cullen anyway, because
Yeah.
the Cullen is on the list. Joe Hendry's on the list. Tony D'Angelo's on the list. Hopefully, those of you who are listening or watching, you probably catching on where I'm going at with this. These names that I talk about, you throw Hank and Tank in there. If you're following me, these are all the people who want a piece of the dark state.
It's a long list. Dark State said like, they need some more members. They got more people against them. They got members. But who wants to team up with Dark State? Nobody. That's who.
So the question is, who gets a piece of dark state first?
It should be Tony D'Angelo and Joe Hendry when they wave their hands from side to side.
Speaking of Joe Hendry, we ain't have to wait long for a first title defense.
Of course not, because he ain't gonna be a champion but so long. We gotta go ahead and start knocking him out.
We ain't have to wait long at all. The involved champion, Jackson Drake himself, was the first title defense, and we know when it's the first title defense, we know what happens.
That's why we went ahead and made it him. We all knew he wasn't gonna win no way.
But hey, it wasn't all bad for Jasper Drake because his two cronies swiped right. They defeated Hank and Tank, so it's not all bad.
Never all bad. Never.
But here's where we all was waiting for. We started off the show with cakes. We ended the show with cakes. And to my co-host, that is A show.
No lies found.
It was Zaruka. Team of Soruka and Zarya teaming against Went QQC, Rank Sinclair, and Kendall Gray. This match, however, had a specific stipulation. Whoever gets the fall becomes number one contender for JC Jane, which means whoever wins the match, not the team, but the person that wins the match becomes the number one contender. So I'll allow you to do the honors of this match.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut to the end here. We know it was gonna be between Zaruka. Let's be honest, we knew that. So Zarya hits her move, and then I forgot exactly how it happened, but Zaruka ended up in the ring doing the Soul Snatcher, and I think she had got just like tagged Zarya in the match because she saw Zarya was in trouble. And then after Zarya hit her move, I think she hit the other girl with a Soul Snatcher and got the win. If I remember correctly. Is that correct, sir?
Yep.
Yeah, because there's a lot that happened between Tuesday and, you know what I'm saying, today. So that's what I thought I remember. I've actually been watching NXT, y'all, from pillar to post. Not just the highlights, pillar to post. Been carving out the time.
So Ruka gets the pin. She becomes the number one contender. I mean, it's only right. I mean, when the champ actually calls you out, you should have been number one contender anyway. But
yeah.
Like JC Jane specifically wanted her anyway.
Yeah, somebody wasn't happy about that.
And then she ain't happy about how this went, even though their team got the win.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy if I was her either, though. In this case, the team win doesn't do jack squat for me.
But that's what happens when you take up 80% of the freaking match.
That's true. You never win when you do that. That basically says, I'm not going to be the one to win.
And it wasn't one of those where, they are keeping Zarya in because she's the weaker of the two. Nah. It was Zarya doing it to her darn self.
Yeah. She was not the weaker of the two, probably the least intelligent of the two. Not the weaker.
And so Ruka said she ready for her moment. She didn't get flustered. She didn't get angry. She ready for her moment. She got the tag. She hit the snow snatcher, which was not the perfect one. Those happen once in a while. Everything can't be perfect.
Yeah.
It wasn't a perfect snow snatcher, but it still got the job done. So, play the influence. They come out to confront the new number one contender, and the not so number one contender is staring a hole through the number one contenders back at the same time. So, I think we're getting closer and closer to a turn coming.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was put together for a turn. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was not a good tag team to begin with, to be honest. So, it was always going to be a turn, I believe.
So that's where we at on NXT. And before I pass it over to TNA, Jordan Grace, how dare you speak against Soul Luca? How dare you speak such blasphemous?
Everybody can't be friends, bro. Everybody can't be friends.
Jordan Grace, you on the main roster. You worry about your problems. Okay?
Guess in her mind, that's one of her problems.
You leave Soruka alone. She's making the most of her opportunities. Y'all hating her for that? Oh, she's is a reason why she's getting no opportunities because she's capitalizing on them. Go ahead before I take the show off the rails.
So I tell you, I'm not the person to stop people from taking the star off the rails. So you have to be able to do what Playmaker does and do it yourself. Because I will sit right here and let you just go off the rails. So I get down. All right. TNA Impact. February 14th. They were in
Valentine's
Nashville,
Day.
Tennessee, as Little Young Buck says.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir. So, we got it. Okay, here we go. All right. So, oh no, this is. Oh, this is the table. My bad, y'all. I pulled up. So with TNA, they sometimes take multiple weeks. So they trick me. Give me 1 minute. How about to get out next week's stuff?
No, we don't want to give out next week's stuff.
About to. I had to double check. I was like, hold on, something ain't right there. Something is not right. Here we go.
I say, didn't we just have a pay-per-view?
Yeah, we had a pay-per-view last week. We talked about that. So now we got the results. Yeah. These are the results from the 12th. Now we're in the right place. Okay. Because I was about to get y'all next week. Ooh, y'all would have been hot with me. All right. So Impact kicked off with one of my favorite guys in TNA. Moose. Kicked off the show. Last week on Impact, he came in and helped the Hardys and Mike Santana against the system. This week he came out, had his promo. He talked about he created the system. He knows how to dismantle it. And he said it's one of the person that knows how to dismantle the system one by one. Calls out Mike Santana. Mike Santana comes out. He's ready to dismantle the system with the Hardys and Moose. They get ready to call the Hardys out, and Dara Ray comes out, which is the new authority figure, and says, "No, we're not doing that. This is my show. It's not how we run things. If Santino let that mess happen, I don't." So I like taking back control. That's the main event. So I like the fact that we didn't, let things get too crazy. So Nick Namath wants to call his shot at No Surrender for the World Championship, but he has a match with Rick Swan first. Hold on. Am I back? Am I missing things here, Playmaker? I might be missing things here, my boy.
Yeah, you might be, but I ain't doing much better.
I'm thinking. I think my mind got everything mixed up. I think No Surrender was like Friday night. That was crazy. Yeah, I think it was. So we're gonna do it this way. Um, those were some of the things that were highlights from Impact. Now I believe No Surrender was like the day after something weird. Because I remember looking at it, but then my mind was like not registering properly. It's all good though. Yeah. So basically, you had this is what confused me. You had on Thursday, you had Impact. Then on Friday, you had No Surrender. So that's what confused me. So we did have both. We did have Mickey James return and call out, well, not call out, but fight Ash by Elegance, Cole Johnson's favorite person. We did have that happen. All right. So because we picked that last week. I'm tripping. We picked that last week.
Yep, man, that was
Right.
completely wrong. My scenarios did not work out at all.
Yeah.
Trey Miguel beat Stacks for the international title.
I think I called that one. I definitely didn't call Ariana Grande winning.
Ariana Grace is the new Knockouts World Champion.
Yep. Jody Threat won the Knockouts #1 contender battle royal. Like you said, Trey Miguel beat Stacks for the international championship. In action, Mike Jackson lost to Mance Warner. Heather and M by Elegance defeated Indy Hartwell and Zaya Brookside to stay champs. Eric Young defeated BDE because BDE wouldn't join Eric Young's, I guess, 8th weird faction he's had. Ariana Grace did beat Lee Yingli for the Knockouts World Championship. And then, as we said, the Hardys, Dutch and Vincent, as long as the people think about Hardy, could lose the match. But Order 4 got to win at some point, so they won. And then Leon Slater and Mike Santana beat Eddie Edwards and Nick Namath. So I don't like I understand sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. But I would rather them take a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Not this Saturday because all the things that were on racing and basketball. But I think strategically placing this week would have been much better for TNA. We got much better results. We probably got much better viewership. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad event. We got a new Knockouts champion. We got a new international champion. So that was interesting. I think I went 1-for-1 on those matches. My boy went 0-for-0 on those matches. A lot of missed picks here, but a lot of you couldn't tell. And then some matches came along at the last minute. So, but between the two shows, TNA gave you a good 4 hours of programming. When I say good, I mean talking about time frame wise. They're going to need to find ways to spread it out more for sure. And having a PLE or a pay-per-view the same week as AEW or WWE, I mean, sometimes you can't help it, but you're number 3 for a reason, and you're gonna be watched third. That's just being real with it. Any other thoughts you want to add about TNA, sir?
Grace, I apologize. I gave you 0% chance of winning this match.
Yeah, you gave her yeah. All right, so Daniel Berry Sports. Happy Monday. Hello, everyone. What's going on, Daniel? Thanks for tuning in. And one of our faithful listeners and part-time co-host, Miss Yolanda in the building. She says, hey, guys. Hey, Yolanda. She also says, I actually watched TNA this week. I'd love to hear your thoughts on TNA that you watched it this week. And then she also says, sorry, I'm late. So we're going to get Yolanda to slide her thoughts in while we take us a quick commercial break. We'll go ahead and get ready to talk a little AEW. Make sure we got a little time left for some WWE. So by 8 o'clock, y'all will be set up, ready to rock, and lock the clock. Pause for Raw. All right, y'all, let's get it. Woo! I just wanted to add that one in. I've been wanting to add that one in for a while, so I want to add that one in. Let's go.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
And how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out. On the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right, so we're back in the building. Get into some AEW. I will say AEW has really been doing a great job of just putting out story, right? Because I think that's what most people's complaints, including myself, were. So getting that kind of taken care of definitely helped out a lot. So this was on Valentine's Day. So we're gonna go over kind of the recap first, and then there might be a couple of things I want to touch up on. So we had a Continental Championship match. Those matches are only 20 minutes. So we had John Moxley and the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, fight to a 20-minute time limit draw, which means Moxley's still champ. Thekla on Dynamite became the new AEW Women's Champion, taking down, with the help of course, her friends, taking down the alien.
The alien.
Yes. I was gonna leave it there for now. We had a women's tag team championship match. Babes of Wrath beat Mega Bad. That's Megan Bain and Penelope Ford. Babes of Wrath, of course, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, who's also TBS champion. We had a World Trios champion. Excuse me. We had a AEW World Title match, and the winner gets a AEW World Championship match. It was World Trios champion Hangman Adam Page. So many championships, his name just threw me off. And then Andrade El Idolo. And of course, Hangman got the win. I'm not surprised by that. No nefarious means needed for that. We had a mixed tag team tornado hair match. The loser must have their head shaven. Tony Orange Cassidy beat Marina Shafir and Willa Yuta. Yuta got pinned. Yuta had to have his head shaved ball, tried to run away. Moxley made him come back to the ring and get his hair cut.
Shout out to John Moxley for making him live up to his own.
Yeah, because it was his stipulation. We get Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland this week on Dynamite. Jump back to Dynamite for that as well. They come out, they have a face-to-face. Swerve Kenny Omega's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You messed up my match and blah, blah, blah. And Swerve was like, I tried to help you, but honestly, I never liked you. So we could fight. Say less. There was a lot more said, but that's the meat and potatoes of it. You know, Omega had a few things to say. They got into some fisticuffs, had to be pulled apart. They did a review of that. We had the TNT Championship ladder match. The Protostar Kyle Fletcher, fresh off his win over Tommaso Ciampa, who really got screwed with this whole situation.
Didn't keep the belt long, that's for sure.
Sure didn't. And then AEW World Championship match. Now, remind this, MJF got squashed by Brody on Dynamite, but now he comes back and wins and retains the AEW World Championship.
Of course, it's MJF.
Yeah. So I don't have an issue with it because, I mean, it got Tommaso a belt. I'm sure he'll get another belt because there's plenty out there to get. But at least got him a belt during his first match. But boy, they did not extend that same courtesy to his second match. Tell you that. And of course, Statlander was the one that lost the women's championship. The Sisters of Sin came out and helped Thekla. And the Babes of Wrath were already in Australia, so she didn't have them out there with her. So that's how she lost 3-on-1. It's hard for anybody to stop. Before going into specifics, because I want to make sure I covered everything first, as far as winners and losers. Anything, Playmaker, that stuck out to you? Because I know you don't necessarily watch week to week, but I know you do, pay attention to any of the pay-per-views or premium live events or things of that nature.
Oh no, you covered it. It was pretty much Moxley coming out there and saying, "Oh no, well, you lost. You need to go ahead and go ahead and get that cut." I'm sorry.
Yeah, Willow was being a little punk about it.
I didn't think Mox was gonna do that. I'm like, oh, that's like a little face turn from Mox right there. No, you go get go.
Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting moment for sure. I think
Isn't the armor Marina ship is starting to get a little bit better in the ring?
Well, the thing is, she's with essentially the Blackpool Combat Club with a few new added members. So yeah, she's definitely getting better in the ring. I think that's going to add another dimension because you're going to be able to have a female with a championship. Her and Megan Bain were a really good tag team, but it just wasn't her actual tag team partner. They're going to need to get her a tag team partner because she's ready to win tag team gold if she has a partner. I feel like AEW did a better job of not oversaturating us this time. They drug some of the matches out, but they didn't oversaturate us.
We didn't get let me think 2,000 false finishers and 300,000 super kicks and
not for every match.
and then 55,000 gymnastic routines. I'm doing that for Coach Johnson, by the way.
Correct. We didn't get all that this week. AEW, I say it. You know, when AEW started, I was all in on AEW. No pun intended. Like that was my show. I was like, yeah. And then they kind of lost their way a little bit, but then it came back. Then it got back right. So kudos to AEW. Keep doing what you're doing. And they're getting the right results a lot of time. It may take them a minute to get there, or the way they get there might be crazy, but they're getting good results. And MJF, you're a scumbag, and I support it.
I was going to say, do you want anything different from MJF?
No, we want scumbaggery, high level scumbaggery. And MJF definitely gives us what we want. Especially
calling out the people who didn't watch AEW. That's like, wow. He's keeping kayfabe alive. That Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
So Yolanda had a few things she wanted to say. So I'm with it. Yolanda says, I thought it was good for my first viewing. I was shocked that Miss Jackson out here fighting guys in hardcore matches. Yeah, they be wilding over there. She doesn't like the Spider Girl. She's talking about Thekla as champion. And then she also says it was pretty good for her first time watching TNA through and through. We can spend so much time on things that were a little questionable. It made sense for Thekla to win, but this should not be a long reign, and Statlander should get the belt back. But we'll see what they do with it. Maybe 85 belts, but they gonna make this one 92. We'll see. But Chris Statlander is caked up.
I'm sorry that you lost the title. I'm sorry.
But you're still caked up, so you have that.
I thought you were losing to somebody.
That's 3-on-1. It was 3-on-1.
I know, I see that. I'm saying I thought she would lose to somebody with more clout. Should I say?
Do anything for clout. I feel you. It was kind of a shock. I mean, it storyline wise, it made sense, but it was still kind of a shock at the same time. They actually pulled it off and went with it. All right. So we had the event, kind of covered it. The action itself, you can't really get into too much action with TNA now. Because if you do, that's going to be like, not TNA, but AEW, because it's going to be like another hour and a half. Because they have so many spots. They're cutting them down, but still a lot of spots. So we're going to hit y'all with another quick commercial break. And then we're going to come back. We're going to succeed the Florida Playmaker. And we're going to hear all about what was happening in the world of Raw and SmackDown.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles And that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Base YouTube channel.
Everything Boston. I love you, you morons. New Kids from the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
We back. We live in the building. It's time for that WWE. Wait, man, I'm gonna give the screen for a minute. I gotta run do something right quick.
So, in the world of World Wrestling Entertainment, we are on the road to Elimination Chamber in Chicago, Illinois on February 28th. It's a little less than 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from this past Saturday, which was Valentine's Day. So what can we look forward to on the road to Elimination Chamber? Well, Monday Night Raw kicked it off with a irritated, Intercontinental Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Why was Becky irritated? Why was Becky irritated? Why she was crashing out, as they would like to say these days? Because as Monday Night Raw was coming on, you saw CM Punk come into the arena, the world champion, and then you saw his wife, AJ Liz, in the building. And that made Becky Lynch crash out. So we kicked off Raw with Jimp in the ring, and she's irritated. She's crashing out because AJ Lee is here. AJ's in the building. And usually when you call somebody's name up originally, they will appear because they ain't called their name, their music plays, and they come out. AJ Lee comes out. And we have this interesting back and forth between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I know a lot of y'all out there couldn't handle it because it's like, okay, we have a crashing out champion and the woman who's part of the king of the strangeness and AJ Lee.
You could put her name in, say her name, and she appears. We believe in AJ Lee. It was pretty much just like that.
I was enjoying Becky Lynch crashing out though. That was funny.
She was crashing out from the beginning in the back. She had a whole crash out session.
I don't think people don't give Becky Lynch the props that she deserves at times. Monday, she deserves props, man.
Well, Playmaker. She's the top woman wrestler in the business. It's not just her saying it. ESPN said it. Her husband said it.
I walked into that one. I did that one to myself. That usually doesn't happen. It happened on this one.
It just popped in my head, man. It just popped in my head.
But yeah. But some of y'all need to give, but man, at least give her props for Monday night. That was for her to crash out like that and to do it in that way, perfect.
That's true.
To the point where now in Chicago we have a women's Intercontinental Championship match between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. That's in 2 weeks. We'll see right there. But sir, we kicked off Raw with a champion crashing out. How you feel?
Can you kick off Raw better than a champion crashing out? I'm going to go with no. Hard no on that one. I like it.
So he says Raw, you're off to a good start.
Oh, baby, we liked it.
Okay. Okay. We got the promo out the way. Promo set the tone. What about the matches, though? Did we get in the go? First match on the card. World Tag Team titles. Alpha Academy versus the Usos.
And Jimmy was actually there.
Jimmy was in attendance. Alpha Academy. Ortiz, as one of them like to say. And the contenders are outstanding work Monday night, and that outstanding work.
That was a good wrestler. He just need better gimmicks.
And Corey Graves referenced that when they was making their entrance.
Yeah.
He said people might forget, but Cesaro is great in the ring.
Yeah,
now maybe if Paul and his creative team would actually want to do something with Alpha Academy, they might be taken seriously after this match for what they put on display.
And you know they ain't gonna do nothing with them.
That was a great match.
They're gonna be in 6-man matches with Obafemi in 6 months.
And get destroyed by Obafemi too.
No, Obafemi gonna be their partner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how that helps them or him, but okay.
That's the whole point. That's Paul.
But and shout out to the Usos. I did not think y'all was be able to get Otis up for a 1D, but y'all did.
Yeah, Jimmy gonna be out for another 2 months after that.
Jay was the one that picked him up, not Jimmy. Jimmy finished it off.
I know, but Jimmy getting up there how to finish him off is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Speaking of it, because after the match, they was asked by Brian Sasson what's next for the Usos on the road to WrestleMania. Jimmy has the mind. He said, "This is what's next for the Usos on the road to WrestleMania." He said, "This is what's gonna happen, Jay. This is what you gonna do next week, which is tonight. You gonna qualify in your triple threat match for the Elimination Chamber. You're gonna go to the Elimination Chamber. You're gonna win the chamber, and then you're gonna go on to challenge Jim McIntyre for the WWE Universal Championship." So Jimmy certified that he's gonna be gone for a minute.
That's what it sounded to me too.
And Jay will have the spotlight to himself to get back in the main event picture.
The eater of all worlds will have all the eating to itself.
Unfortunately, me and my co-hosts at times, we do like to go ahead and burst the bubble instead of letting it blow up until the point where it get burst at the last minute. There's no way Jimmy's winning the Elimination Chamber if he does get it. He would be at WrestleMania, at least for night one, defending the tag team titles with his brother.
Yep.
So sorry if you're going to be mad at us for go ahead and busting that bubble, but we rather bust it.
Oh,
But we rather bust it now and then let you fall into the trap.
agreed.
No, how Eddie Murphy said, it's a trap. It's a trap. That's what I'm telling you. It's a trap. Don't fall into it.
Yeah.
Speaking of qualifying matches, Rhea Ripley qualified for the Elimination Chamber, defeating Lyra Valkyria and Ivy Nile to qualify. She's in the Elimination Chamber match. You gotta have money in the Elimination Chamber, even if she is a tag team champion.
Yeah, her and Jay don't have the same rules.
LA Knight qualified for the Elimination Chamber, defeating Penta and Austin Theory with the help of the Masked Man again. Not Masked Man, the Hooded Man again. We did find out officially. My co-host said it before everybody else, but we did find out officially. Thank you, Adam Pierce. Braun Breaker is out, and he'll be out for some time. Sounds like Braun Breaker might not even be making it to WrestleMania this year.
You know what I think about that?
You can play that again for me too. So that means there is a open spot, open for Mania. Does anybody in the division want to take it? Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and I say his name like that on purpose for a reason.
A-Town down.
He's going off. I'm going Bronson Reed. Darn it, you was at the beginning of this.
Bronson Reed need to be just Intercontinental Champion, but he ain't never even got that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Speaking of Intercontinental Champion, thank you for that segue, sir. Miss Liv Morgan came out to do her little stitch. She's gonna do a stage till she picks somebody for her Mania match. And Stephanie came out when we had some words of exchangement in Spanish and English.
He said words of exchange, man. I love it.
And in the end, my favorite part happened. Dominic got slapped by Stephanie.
She's like the taste out of his mouth too.
I know y'all want to drag this out, but let's go ahead and have Lil Morgan pick Stephanie back here, and let's get on with the show, please.
If you go up against Thundercase, it's gonna be ugly.
She don't want no part of Jade Cargill. But I'll get to Jade in a minute. Because some other news came out from the source itself that that doesn't please me whatsoever.
Yeah, a lot of what they're doing with her don't please me. The outfits do please me though. Just want to throw it out there.
Yeah. And then highlight of matter of fact, it's my highlight of the week. Maybe it's the highlight of the night for you, but my highlight of the week. We did get to see Javon Evans team up with the original Grande Americano against the two dummies of Grande Americano.
Rio and Bravo.
I'm glad that you know their names, but
Rio's red and Bravo's blue.
And just to say, Bravo, you made the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons. He was on one corner looking to splash the original Grande Americano, and then on from the other side on the corner, Javon Evans with the super cutter. That was my highlight of the week.
Your boy is bouncy. That's funny. B. Neal, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up? So I want to get that in there real quick. Nadi and Maxine, they're going to continue their rivalry because nobody won.
Pretty much.
But sir, Finn Balor's getting another chance. Finn Balor's getting another chance. How you feeling?
They all they do is treat him like Drew McIntyre. Keep getting a chance, he don't win.
CM Punk is putting the world title on the line against Finn Balor in his hometown of Chicago. So we have a scenario: can the household of Phil be champions? Will the household of Phil be one champion, or will the household of Phil be no champions? And then again, what does that mean for the main event of WrestleMania? Roman Reigns got his spot.
Absolutely nothing.
Roman Reigns got his spot. But CM Punk want to be a fighting champion. Is he doing too much?
When is Phil Brooks not doing too much? That's the question to ask yourself.
So this is getting interesting. We have a world title match for the Chamber. What happens if Phil Balor actually wins?
Well, Finn Balor actually wins. It's gonna be crazy.
And it's in Chicago.
They might kill Vince. They might find Vince and Triple H and sacrifice him like they did old school with the Undertaker. But for real, y'all might not want to pull that trigger on that, just for your own safety, pimping.
If you listen to Bully Ray, that's what he wants. He wants Finn to win.
Of course he does.
Throw a curveball in there somewhere. Let's throw everybody off. I'm saying it's too predictable. Just throw a curveball. Have Finn win. Let's have it for a week. And then let Punk get it back.
You trying to have him be a Tommaso Ciampa champion, ain't you?
He wants the surprise to come back.
Okay.
He wants the element of surprise to come back. Where you thinking one way up, gotcha. Then everything you just thought about this goes out of your brain because now all of a sudden everything you thought just changed in the instant.
Well, Mr. Bully, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it doesn't matter what they try to do. We'll sniff it out over here at the Monarch, sir. That's what we do.
He ain't saying Finn got to hold it very long. Just go ahead, throw a curveball at people once in a while. Let's throw a curveball. You haven't thrown a curveball. Matter of fact, when the last time you threw a curveball at us?
They just threw one TNA, Ariana Grace.
Well, I guess you is counting TNA as part of WWE. So,
it's NXT TNA, yes, sir.
When the last time the main roster threw a curveball at us?
Paul doesn't throw curveballs.
Yeah,
Paul.
Yeah. So that was Raw. Let's move over to SmackDown. SmackDown was in Cole Johnson's favorite city. Those of you who don't know, that'd be Dallas, Texas. And guess how we kicked off the Dallas version of SmackDown? With Tiffy time. Until last listener now just interrupted and was ready to beat up Tiffy time. But they had bigger, important things to worry about, Mr. McCain. They had to take on Riho for the women's tag team title. And for once on this show, I am not mad at a no contest finish.
It's the first time, y'all.
You know why I'm not mad?
I don't give a cluck.
Because that ensures me that them four ladies should make it to WrestleMania and run it back. You can't do it at Elimination Chamber because mommy's in the chamber. So you're telling me that I'm getting a women's tag team title match at Mania, and I already know two teams. You may add them with another team because things go crazy with tag team titles and stuff when it comes to Mania.
They can have a 6-pack challenge, yeah.
But I know for sure I'm getting two teams. And I'm getting the last legend and Nia Jax, and I'm getting the champs. Rio. And I'm happy about it. You want to say anything?
I do not.
Okay. So I'm throwing it out there. I'm happy with no contest on this one. I'm happy about that one. Yeah, let's get to Mania. Thank you. Speaking of tag teams and stables and all this other stuff, sir, go ahead and brace yourself because a rivalry that you thought was done, it's found out to be not done. What do you mean, Playmaker? What rivalry that Mr. McCain thought was done, that's not done? Well, the MFT got the dub over Carmelo Hayes and Matt Cardona and Shinsuke Nakamura and Dragunov. They got the win. Correct. They got the win. Even though I would prefer to watch Elo Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes go back again for a third time. Because it's just magic with them too. By the way, on a good note for the MFTs, Tama Tonga, you're looking a whole lot better, sir. Now we can stop you with the yeah, and actually let you talk. We might can get somewhere here.
I don't know if you're ever gonna stop the yeah. Good luck with that.
But the muscle that you put on when you was going and how you are in the ring right now, you're looking very good, sir. You're starting to be the standout of the MFTs. Which is not saying much because they ain't really doing nothing with Talatonka, who should be killing the roster right about now.
Agreed.
Solo. I love Solo being a comedian. I love Solo being a comedian, and it works. Solo being a comedian works for me.
The delusional comedian is even better.
It's working for me. I know at some point on SmackDown I'm getting a laugh. Solo gonna do something to make me laugh.
That's fair.
But after the match was done and they was celebrating their win, the lights went out. The camera pans back, shifts is up to the top left corner, and then who do you see up there? You see the White Six. And all I can do is sit here and think to my co-host, and he's gonna be like, "Well, here we go again."
Same old stuff, dog. Just a different day.
So will these two factions be going at it at WrestleMania?
I mean, why not? You ain't got nothing else planned for them.
And it'll be just a wasted match.
No, it'll be for tag team championships.
A wasted match. When the last time you cared about them tag team titles?
It won't win the Street Profits had them.
Exactly. And Montez hanging out with the wifey, getting big and muscular.
Oh.
Now, let's go to the part of the show that makes my co-host happy. Triple 30 match qualifying match for Elimination Chamber. Alexa Bliss, Julia, the United States champion, and Zelina Vega.
The beautiful madness. It ain't showing no hints of being mad since she's been on SmackDown, but I digress.
I literally said the same thing watching it to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
They give me the beautiful part, but I ain't getting the madness part.
No madness.
Paul. And that was for my co-host.
Yeah, I ain't got the voice to do it tonight. So I appreciate that, sir.
I need the beautiful madness.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Oh, we need Stephanie Valkyria's old music back.
Oh, that
Oh,
too.
thanks.
Hey, Got to switch the music up on me. I was like, you ain't have to switch the music up. Y'all, I ain't enjoying that music. Oh, and by the way, may I, sir, take a moment to. The Queen Charlotte Flair was looking mighty fine on Friday.
I'm not gonna lie. She will never be a part of the cake committee. She will never be invited to. She will never be a unfrosted cupcake. But she was looking good. She was looking good.
I was like, okay, Charlotte, yes.
Now Alexa, different story.
Even Alexa's eyes were telling Charlotte that she was looking mighty fine on Friday.
Yes, when she told her bring the picture, I was like, yeah, bring the picture. You tell Alexa.
So yes, the Queen was on one. And so it's a tag team partner because Alexa Bliss qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. So we have Tiffany Stratton. We have Monty Rhea Ripley. And now we have Alexa Bliss in the chamber. We have 3 spots remaining on the ladies' side.
Yep.
On the men's side so far, we have Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
We have LA Knight.
Yeah.
And I'm missing somebody. So
I'll
Cody
tell you how
Rhodes.
important they are.
The reason why I'm bringing it up because Cody Rhodes beat Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn to qualify.
Which one of those made perfect sense and one of those is crazy? You can decide who for yourself.
Well, I'm letting me speak for the Monarchs of Wrestling here. We prefer to Jacob Fatu to qualify and have Cody Rhodes go ahead and go after Drew McIntyre. Just get it over with.
Oh,
and then that way you can have your triple threat match between the 3 at Mania.
You know what I got to say to that, sir?
Oh, my brother, testify.
Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. If you're gonna give us a triple threat match, go ahead and let Jacob Fatu win the chamber. You can just insert Cody Rhodes into the match. Who really gonna complain? It's Cody Rhodes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
But it's Paul loving QB1 so much.
But you know the other thing that we gotta remember is the playmaker.
What's up?
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And that would be Cody Rhodes. Oh, Tricky Williams beat Ray Phoenix, but I don't care about that. What I care about is his promo. No disrespect to Ray Phoenix. I like Ray Phoenix. I really do. I like Ray Phoenix. But on this night, on Friday, I didn't care about you. Trick Williams promo of destroying Sami Zayn. And guess what? If I can steal from one of our friends, good sir. No lies to be found. And what Trick said about Sami Zayn.
Only part I don't know is his breath. Everything else was definitely true, 100% true. So I'm going to assume that by association that was true to his breath thing, but yes.
Are we setting up a feud between Sammy and Tricky Williams down the road here?
A comb and a toothbrush match? The one that has to have his hair combed and use a toothbrush?
We know Sami Zayn getting a title match at WrestleMania this year.
Nah.
Trick Williams, we're gonna slow roll with Trick Williams on this one, which is a smart decision, by the way. We're gonna slow roll with Trick Williams on this one because he already has the fence behind him, and he's not even a face, to be honest. That's the crazy part. He He wasn't even brought up as a face, and the fans are already behind him.
Hey, when you whooping that tree, that's all that matters. The tree getting whipped.
And by the way, what made it even funny? Trick Williams did his own Booker T ad lib. That was funny. That should tell y'all something. Y'all might want to use Booker T at WrestleMania. Just for that.
They ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, of course.
Now, you know what they need to use them for? The devil's kiss. Well, he can't go home if they do that. Never mind. I want their brother to be able to go home at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
By the way, Booker T's a huge Joe Hendry fan all of a sudden.
Hey.
When did this happen?
Once he joined NXT officially.
Oh, then he believed.
Yeah.
Damn Booker T.
Guess what, good people? It's like y'all gonna have a few minutes to get y'all a drink.
Oh no, I ain't done yet. I ain't
Maybe
done
some
yet.
snacks.
I say
Oh, you ain't done yet. That's why I said a few minutes.
I say the best for last.
I know what you're about to say. I'm just saying after that, the people be right.
I did this on purpose.
What a shot.
Y'all wanted a tighter defense? You got a tighter defense. Not only did you get a tighter defense, you got a successful tighter defense at that. Not only did you get a tighter defense, and not only did you get a successful tighter defense, Jordan Grace, you are the first woman that I have seen take a one-handed jaded to get beat. She did it with one arm, sir. One arm. And we talking about Jordan Grace on the receiving end. We ain't talking about no Liv Morgan, no Alexa Bliss, no Roxanne Perez. We talking about the powerhouse, the juggernaut, getting a one-handed jaded. My coach can't even say nothing.
There are several things I could say. I'm just choosing not to say anything.
Y'all wanted a tighter fence? You got it. Now, shout out to Jordan Grace because you did take out one of her arms that she couldn't use, but you still was on the receiving end for the first time by a one-arm jaded. And Liv, don't play the role. I seen that fear in your eyes. You saw that woman do that jaded with one arm. You was like, oh hell. I don't think I want any parts of that woman.
She never should have won any parts of that woman. That's just me though.
You want no parts of Jade. The unfortunate part, the unfortunate part. And my sister, don't cry. I don't think we'll be seeing Bianca Belair anytime soon. Because she posted on Instagram that she's having finger surgery tomorrow. So what I've been hoping for is starting to burn up in my face.
I told y'all.
I was holding out hope, man. I was holding out hope. But it's not looking promising.
Unless this is a big work, it ain't promising.
Oh, it is a work.
I know you do.
Oh, she is pulling the Seth Rollins. That'd be great. But unfortunately, we have to sit and wait for the EST to make her return. Now I'm back.
Yeah, now we got the extra time. Y'all gonna get your snacks ready. I'm gonna get your bathroom break, all that good stuff. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the episode. We shall return next week with another episode. And as always, it is never where you start. It is always where you finish. And y'all, I think we're getting close to the new music. And intro. Just you wait. Just you wait. And with that being said, we are done for the evening. We will see you back. Same bat time, same bat station. Frozen like a mug.